Plato's Theory of Forms by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Plato's theory of forms is a central aspect of his philosophy, and it has had a profound impact on Western thought. To fully understand Plato's theory of forms, it is essential to consider the historical context in which it emerged. Plato was a student of Socrates and a teacher of Aristotle, and he lived in ancient Greece during the time of great intellectual and cultural flourishing. The philosophical landscape of the time was characterized by a search for fundamental truths and an exploration of the nature of reality. It was within this context that Plato developed his theory of forms as a response to the philosophical inquiries of his predecessors. Plato's theory of forms posits the existence of two separate realms, the material world and the world of forms. The material world is the realm of the physical, where we encounter particular instances of objects and phenomena. In contrast, the world of forms is the realm of the non-physical, where the eternal and unchanging forms or ideas exist. These forms are the perfect, abstract entities that serve as the ultimate reality behind the imperfect manifestations we encounter in the material world. One of the central tenets of Plato's theory of forms is the notion of the form as the perfect exemplar of a particular quality or concept. For example, there is a form of beauty that represents the perfect and unchanging essence of beauty itself. The physical instances of beauty that we encounter in the world are merely imperfect reflections of this perfect form. This concept applies not only to qualities such as beauty, but also to abstract concepts such as justice, equality, and goodness. In addition to the distinction between the material world and the world of forms, Plato also introduces the concept of participation. According to Plato, the objects and phenomena in the material world participate in or partake of the forms. This means that they derive their existence and their qualities from the forms, and their status as real and meaningful entities is contingent upon their connection to the forms. Plato's theory of forms has far-reaching implications for a wide range of philosophical enquiries. One of the most significant implications is its impact on metaphysics, the branch of philosophy concerned with the nature of reality. The theory of forms challenges our understanding of what is truly real and enduring, and it raises questions about the relationship between the material world and the world of forms. Furthermore, Plato's theory of forms has implications for epistemology, the branch of philosophy concerned with the nature and scope of knowledge. The theory of forms raises questions about the nature of knowledge and how we come to know the forms. If the forms are ultimate reality, how can we access knowledge of them? Plato's Socratic dialogues, particularly the Meno and the Phaedo, explore these epistemological questions in depth. While Plato's theory of forms has had a profound influence on Western philosophy, it has also faced criticism and scrutiny. One of the primary criticisms of the theory of forms is the challenge of explaining how the forms relate to the material world. Critics have questioned how the perfect non-physical forms can have any bearing on the imperfect physical world. Additionally, the challenge of accessing knowledge of the forms has been a point of contention, as it raises questions about the nature of perception, intuition, and rationality. Despite the criticisms and challenges it has faced, Plato's theory of forms has left a lasting legacy on Western thought. Its influence can be seen in fields beyond philosophy, including art, literature, and theology. The concept of ideal forms and the pursuit of transcendent truths has resonated throughout history and has informed countless intellectual and creative endeavours. Immanuel Kant's concept of the noumenal universe was influenced by Plato's theory of forms, in the sense that both philosophers sought to understand the nature of reality beyond what is immediately perceptible to the senses. Plato's belief in a higher realm of perfect, unchanging forms that shape the physical world can be seen echoed in Kant's idea of the noumenal realm, which represents things as they are in themselves, independent of human perception. Kant was inspired by Plato's emphasis on an ultimate reality that transcends our everyday experience, leading him to develop his own theory that knowledge is not limited to empirical observation, but also involves a deeper understanding of the underlying structures of reality. In summary, Plato's theory of forms represents a fundamental aspect of his philosophy and has had a profound impact on Western thought. By exploring the historical context, key components, implications, criticisms and legacy of the theory of forms, we gain a deeper understanding of its significance and enduring relevance. The theory of forms challenges us to consider the nature of reality, knowledge and truth, and its influence continues to shape philosophical inquiry and intellectual discourse to this day.